Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing a psychic reading on Tisha Campbell Martin. This is going to be a psychic reading on her. For those of you that don't know, she was the actress that played the role of Gina in the 1990s hit TV show Martin, alongside with Trisha Arnold and Martin Lawrence. And the guy that's pictured here is her ex-husband, who she recently has divorced. His name is Duane Martin, and they were together for quite some time, and they have now since been divorced. But there is claims, according to sources out there, that he is worried about Tisha's mental health, and this is what I'm going to kind of cover. I'm going to start getting into giving you the tea from spirit and what I see about Tisha. But first, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Duane is no angel. I feel like he has a lot of negativity in his aura. I see a red aura around him. I mean, basically, this is someone that's very passionate, but also can be very much anger. And I also see gray around him. So he has like two different colors that I'm looking at and seeing. And this is kind of like a murky. When a person has a gray aura, it's a very low vibration. They're kind of stuck in fear and are not able to really connect on a deep level or be vulnerable, and things are just not going very well for Duane. I feel like his concern for Tisha is not coming from a good place, and his energy just carries a lot of anger and hatred towards people, even his ex, and that's something he needs to work on to release it. I mean, the photographs don't lie, not just reading facial expressions, but the energy that he is emitting and giving off in this photo. Now, Tisha is no angel either. She has her own way of being. She's very opinionated. She is a very strong woman, and she will tell you like it is, and life has been very eye-opening to her from a very early age in the industry. So, she knows how to defend herself, and she has a very good, keen sense of intuition when it comes to what Duane was doing within the relationship. And I just feel like they would always argue. I feel like my throat chakra, it hurts. So I feel like there was difficulty with them both opening up and expressing themselves in a healthy, positive manner. There was a lot of accusations, a lot of just overall just bad energy being exchanged, and the fact that Duane would have been not loyal to her when it came to their marriage and their loyalty. I just don't see that was ever there, and that's something that bothered her. But I also feel like she would have had her own infidelity or her own issues going on, her own rendezvous, whatever you want to call it. They both had their own things going on, even though a lot of people may say that Tisha didn't do none of that. I feel like there definitely was a lot of back and forth, like, well, if you can do that, I can do this, and kind of like just going back and forth. But when I get into her energy, she doesn't come across as somebody mentally unstable. I feel like she has it all together. What she is, though, is tired. She's tired of dealing with drama. She's tired of her ex still bashing her name, because I feel like even though they've divorced, there's so much bad blood between the both of them that I feel like he constantly is bashing her with mutual friends and people and the tabloids now, and so what I foresee is that if he doesn't stop, there could be a potential lawsuit that Tisha does on him. I don't feel like she wants to go that route, but again, that is something that is very much potential out there. I do see Duane having more legal issues down the road, but when it comes to her, I feel like she's going to start putting up a blocks and walls all around herself to shield all this negative energy all around. And that's what I keep seeing. Even though their divorce was already done, I see a lot of just a lot of legal issues when it comes to Tisha. I don't know if she's suing people or she is involved in something else that I don't know about, because like I said, I don't research the people that I read, but I see that there is something legal there. This could be over assets, properties, things like that. That is will make sense to her later on, if it doesn't now. I also see her kind of, not wanting to get back into the dating scene. Not necessarily when it comes to her love life. I feel like she's very much going to take a hiatus, but really, this is like it's almost like her having to take a break from dating and from that love, love life, to really focus on herself and start loving herself. Because I do feel like deep down, this has all, wore her out. It has made her less cautious to even want to get married again ever in the future. And she's thought about, well, what if this marriage would have never ended? Would there have been a future? But I mean, spending that many years with one person is quite a bit, and it's a bit of an adjustment period for anyone when you're, with someone for over 20 years and then it's just over, But I see her continuing to having to defend herself. Not that she has to, but I feel like she will in interviews and, different places and appearances that she will be making, interviews on magazines, things like that. But I feel like her right now where she's at is like cutting all the toxicity out that Duane kind of brought into her life. And now she's trying to find her place. I feel like her relationship with her sons may be kind of strained because of, all of this that's going on. So again, I don't feel like she necessarily has a good, solid relationship with her children. But again, there's a lot of things that go on. I feel like there's some strain, or there will be strain over the next 2 to 3 years when it comes into her family. But her children do mean everything to her, and that is where her heart and soul is at. I do see her continuing to, get more in tune with the higher vibrations, the things that bring joy to her. And so she is someone that expresses herself through her hair, her makeup, her clothing, and she is very young at heart. I feel like she is very much connected to her inner child. When what Duane may be looking at or seeing from her is that maybe she's acting, very fun or very childlike in certain ways, is because that is who she's always been. She's always been a singer. She loves to sing, act, perform, be funny. She always cracks jokes. She's like a comedian in many ways. And this is not just her on-screen persona. I feel like this is ultimately who she is as a person. She's just funny, but she also has a serious side, and she has a sensitive side, and that's what's hurting her the most. I don't know if she's ever had a relationship with a woman or a female, but interestingly enough, when I get into her energy, what I am getting is that she may have, had thoughts, or there may have been some kind of experimenting early on in her years, when she was much younger, and even now, now that she has parted ways with Duane, where she wants to go. Not necessarily that I'm saying that she is, going to be that she's a lesbian or she's bisexual, but she does kind of have that energy vibration of curiosity, and so I see that, very much so. And again, these are the things that may not be spoken of in Hollywood or in the tabloids, but things that I'm seeing right now, as I tune into her energy. She does feel a little distant, so I feel like she is needing to kind of ground herself. She would benefit from, spending time outside, wearing some hematite, and that would help her out a lot. But where I see her going, over the next year or so, she's going to have a lot of decisions regarding projects, TV projects, films, things like that. She's going to have to decide what she wants to do, because I feel like a part of her is kind of tired, and right now she would not be in a very good position to even tackle on that kind of, role or any kind of big project. But I definitely see her working on movies and shows and things like that. So she's going to continue to be successful. She's a well-respected woman and female, African female, African American female in the industry. And what I do get is that eventually this could happen sometime between March of next year, of 2020, or even within the next 3 months. But what I get is that there is going to be someone that she may develop feelings for or have feelings for already. But this person, what I'm getting, would be already in a relationship. And so they may have feelings for Tisha as well. And so this is something where she's going to have to just kind of decide and say, you know what, this is not good. This is not healthy. I don't want to do the same thing that Duane did, or I don't want to do anything that would jeopardize my career or my my morals. And so I see her, just having to kind of push away from this individual that she may have some strong, feelings for. And I do get that this would be a male. But interestingly enough, like I said earlier, I do feel like she has some curiosity here. So it's very interesting. And I get here that there is another male coming in eventually. Now, I don't know if she is into white guys or Caucasians or people that are mixed, but I get someone that is possibly Caucasian that would be interested in her. And I feel like this is someone that's younger than her, not extremely younger, but there could be some kind of chemistry that is developed on set or through work, through work meetings or through, just parties that they have to attend, social events. But there is someone that's going to cross her eye that is definitely a white guy, and that's what I'm seeing here. I do feel like I said, like, she's going to continue to work hard. Money's not going to be a problem when it comes to her, but as far as her mental state, no, I don't see anything like that bad. Her health, she has some health issues. I do feel we all do. As we age and we get into the 40s or 50s, we have, our bodies change. The chemistry changes in the body chemistry. So I pick up feminine issues, so I don't know if she's had any of those in the past, but I pick up somewhere around that area. I also feel like around her neck and her back, there would be some vertebral or like bone issues that she may have with the vertebrae. Just common things, like I said, that people have. But overall, I feel like she's in a safe place and she's in her zone and she's living her best life that she can right now. She is not going to really budge or take orders from anyone in her love life or in her future relationships, whatever she gravitates towards, because ultimately, like, she's been there, she's done that. So I don't see her ever, like I said, remarrying ever again. But this would be her choice, and there's nothing wrong with that. So with Duane and that relationship, there's always going to be a volatile energy. I don't feel like he's willing to change. He's not someone that's going to be easy to be around. And so I feel like one of her biggest concerns was that how was her children influenced by Duane, him being around her family and her kids, like what kind of influence that he have on them. And so that's what her main thing is. But ultimately, I see her developing a great connection with God, with spirit, and she is someone that has a lot of faith. Otherwise she wouldn't be as successful as she has been in the industry. So I just get that she is very open and awakened, and definitely is coming into her new journey, her new chapters, and this is what it's all about when it comes to Tisha Campbell. So I want to thank everybody out there for tuning in. If you did like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to order my new pre-order my new Starseed Footstep Oracle cards. They are now available on my website for pre-order. It launches on September 9th, 2019. And follow me. And if you want to book a reading, you can go to my website as well. So blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing day or night wherever you are in the world.